Hello, my name is Lucy Hewes, and I would like to thank you for inviting me here to talk to you today and share my experience of teaching in a digitised world. In my career, I have taught fashion-related subjects in many different institutions, delivering to many different ages and abilities. I have worked for the WEA for 8 years, and I soon realised that the WEA was so much more than a place of education. I have been introduced to many different backgrounds and cultures, used sewing and dressmaking as a vehicle for encouragement and support, which has demonstrated a positive effect on students' health and well-being. When COVID hit, I knew we had to keep our community together at a time of uncertainty. The WEA were very proactive with their approach and trained many staff very quickly to deliver online. We were literally propelled into the digital world of teaching. And I have to admit, it was one of the best things to come from such an unpredictable time. So how did it all begin? Well, to start off with, was a bit of a disaster. The first session was all about the sewing machine, and it soon became clear that the laptop is not as portable as I needed it to be. I ended up having to lift my sewing machine up to the screen to show people where different parts were. I also had to keep holding documents up to the screen for people to see, and this wasn't working out very well for me, and I knew there was something out there that would make it easier for me and give the students a better experience. So after a little bit of research, I decided to record on my phone. I had quite a good phone and the images were very clear and you could zoom in really well. So I pre-recorded for the next session all the content of the session, which obviously took quite a bit of time. The videos went down very well and the students would then be encouraged to ask questions, and following through from the questions, that's where the problem lied, because I couldn't answer and demonstrate and show straight away what I needed to get across to them to help them with their project. Reflection at the end of the session, there must be something out there that will make this easier for me and give the students a better experience. After trailing through Amazon, trying to find something, I came across a visualizer. It was £100, but I thought if it's gonna work, because the online learning was the only way that I was going to retain some work. I invested, I took the jump, I got a 4K visualizer, and the next session was absolutely brilliant. I used a combination of the recorded videos and I used the visualizer, and I could draw and show everybody and explain with drawings. I could use the sewing machine and the students could see very close up how you could use the techniques. So the sessions were going really well. But what I found was that it was either the overhead camera or the face-to-face camera. And I needed a little bit more because I wanted to show things on the screen. I wanted to record videos also. So I had a little bit more of a look on the internet and found a digital switcher. I'm going to show you a few of the things that I use in action. So this is OBS. So usually with my setup, I like to have me in the top corner so that I can be there explaining, and my hands can be there showing. So I've got there you go. It's very good because you can record at the same time. So you can start a recording and you can actually take it into studio mode, so you can go through and layer up what you want next. So you can be talking through and pre-recording your videos. And then when you're ready to transition through, so now I'm talking on that screen, but on the other screen, I'm getting ready to now talk about my handout. Now it can all be recorded. So down here, you've got a start recording button. So you can record and it'll actually record the screen that you're transitioning into. So if I take that off and transition across, and then if I want to then add both of my videos onto there and explain something to the students so they can see, or if I wanted to make me bigger so that I can maybe finish or start the class. Hello everybody, my name is, this is what I'm doing, this is what we're going to be doing today. So it's a really good piece of software, and the fact that it's free is mind-blowing. YouTube is brilliant because, again, it's something that's free and you can use it on the internet. As well as my paper-based resources, I have now got a really good selection of video resources. Throughout my time of delivering online, I have always asked for feedback from the students, and they are very good and very open about what they like and what they don't like. And so far, things are going great. One thing that the students don't like doing is recording their learning. No writing, please. With a practical subject, I can see how it's frustrating, but obviously for our funders and for my peace of mind, I need to know that the students are learning. Which brings me to Padlet. Now, we've only recently been able to use Padlet for the WEA, and I'm going to show you how you can record your learning very visually. So I call this a virtual sketchbook. So on here is the work that the students have made, so the samples that have been made up, and then the annotations that are there to demonstrate that they understand the practical work that they've been doing. There's also opportunity to upload videos if they've recorded something. And with Padlet, you can use it on your phone, on an app, or you can use it on your desktop, on your computer. So going forward, now we're back into the classroom, what will I take with me? Definitely straight away the visualizer, the students' feedback that they could see everything more clearly and they could be socially distanced while watching a demonstration. So the visualizer and the laptop are definitely going into the classroom so that people can see clearly. I am now teaching a variety of classes to people all over the UK. I want to keep teaching digitally because it's very flexible for me and it's very flexible for the students. One thing that we're trialing right now is hybrid sessions where we have so many people online and so many people in the classroom. So far, this is going great. This year, I won an award for being a digitally innovative teacher. I was so taken aback when I was nominated for the award, and when I won, I cried when I accepted my award. It was a very, very special thing to be acknowledged for something that I would do naturally to make the student experience the best it can be. Now, feedback from students is that they're having a very good time, they're learning so much, and the retention for my classes has been brilliant. I'm obviously doing something right. I'm always looking for that next thing to make sure that the students are at the heart of the learning and that they're having the best experience that they can. I would like to share with you some of my students' work so you can see how much fun they've had during the sessions and how much work that they have produced. Teaching digitally has definitely opened my eyes to a new way, and I've met so many lovely, wonderful people, and I'm so happy that I can provide a service for them so that they can access education. Thank you very much for listening to my story, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you.